Hi, this is Dilip. I am from second year CSC department and my register number is UR16CS094. Today our aim is to create a menu driven console application for maintaining flight details using Java, and these are the included functionalities that should be included: the add plane, edit plane, display all the plane details, search by plane by flight number. All this we are going to see in code as a code in Java. In NetBeans I am doing all those things. In NetBeans I have created a package called flight interface and imported java.util package so that I can use scanner class and remaining. This is for including all those classes asterisk key, and created an interface called IO operations. We know that in interface we can only declare, we cannot initialize them. So I have declared over these functions add flight and edit flight, and created a class called flights which implements the IO operation. Implements is the keyword similar to that of extends in inheritance, and created some required variables such as flight number of data type integer, and similarly destination source name and type as string and fare as float. Created a function named add flight, and I'm going to get the input from the user to enter the name, flight number, source of airport and destination airport and all those details, and all these details will be entered by the user. You can see that while I run the code, and this is for editing the flight details. Since we need to edit flight details of a particular thing, by using the flight number get function I will get the flight number, and using that we are going to add the flight or edit the details of it. I have here used toString functions instead of display functions to display all those details, and this is all for get name, get functions and set functions, get name, get destination, get source, all those things. Created a and we need to override all those functions while implementing them, and so I have overwritten them. And this, in order to handle the exception, I have used the throw keyword. Similarly with edit flight details, created a public class called flights, and I have created a main class. Using the loop I am going to get the details from the user. All these things will be executing all the time when it is true, and I have created array of objects. In switch case, and the case one is about enter flight details, and I am going to get this all those details and for as many flights that user has entered, and this is the calling of function. Case 2 is for editing flight details, and similarly to call that function I have here used fi.edit flight details. Here we have created fi is nothing but, here we have created an object to the flights class. Similarly to search a flight using the name of the flight is case 4, and case 3 is about details of all flights, to display the details of all flights. And similarly the case 5 is to search using source and destination of the flight. If you run, or if you see the output, you will understand. Now I am going to run this and show you the output. Enter the number of flights. Let's take some one flight, and I want to add the flight. Let's enter the name of the flight. Let's take Dilip. Enter the flight number. Source of the flight, let's take Delhi, and destination USA. Whether the flight type is passenger or cargo, whichever you want you can give that. I'm going to give that passenger, and see that fare as something. Let's display all passenger flights since it is a passenger flight. Here you can see that I have displayed the passenger details, passenger flight details. The flight number is 1234 and destination is USA, source is Delhi, and name of the flight is Dilip, and it is a passenger flight, and the fare is as entered. Now I'm gonna try to edit the details of the flight. To edit the flight details we should be entering the number 2. Enter the number of the flight. Let's take 1234 and name to edit. Let's change the name to some SAP. Enter the flight number. Let's change it to 2345. Source let's change to USA, and destination let it be Delhi. and let's change the flight to cargo now. Now try to one more, enter fare. Let's change that fare now, and I'm going to display the flight now. Display all flight details 3. As you can see that I have changed the flight number to 2345. It is previously as 1234. Similarly, destination previous was USA, now it is Delhi, and all those details have been popped up over here. Now let's search the flight by name. Since I have changed the name of the flight to SAP, let's search by that name. As you can see that when I searched the flight by using its flight name, I have got the details. If you try to search which was not over here, exception will arise. We will see that case also. If an exception arises, we need to handle that exception. That is one more experiment which we will deal later. And let's search flight by flight number. The flight number is 2345, so it has displayed the details. Similarly with the remaining things, like we can search the flight by source and destination, and let's see if, how the exception occurs in this case. Search flight by number. Let's enter the flight number which is not there. See, you can see that flight not found, since there is no flight with the name, and is one of the case for exception. Thanks for watching my video.